Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Online. This news report, or this report, is one that I felt was essential for particularly the people in the UK, and even more particular for the people in London. So there are tougher measures. As you know, the UK are on a lockdown at the moment, national lockdown, but there is more news to come. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but things are about to get a lot worse in the UK. So I'm going to share some news with you, and then you all make your decisions up what you want. It's coming, but don't say we didn't tell you. So here we are. Let's get this article up for you, and we'll get started. So coronavirus news. This is from the Independent. Live. New £800 fines for house party guests as Prime Minister suggests lockdown may last into the summer. So PRITI PATEL has announced new £800 fines from next week for anyone attending an illegal house party of more than 15 people. The Home Secretary said the fine will double for each repeat offence to a maximum of £6,400. She told Downing Street press conference that science is clear. Such irresponsible behaviour poses a significant threat to public health, not only to those in attendance, but to our wonderful police officers who attend these events to shut them down. Boris Johnson has suggested England could stay under lockdown restrictions through the spring and into the summer. You see, these people, you have to understand some of these people, they will tell you what they're going to do before they do it, and then they'll do it. So understand how their thinking is. They tell you first what they're going to do, and you think, maybe, then they'll do it. Prime Minister said it's too early to say when asked whether rules could be relaxed in the spring or continue for longer. His remarks came as scientists said infection levels in England may have risen at the start of January, with swab tests indicating the highest figures were in London. See what I told you about London? I said to my family, there's no way I'm staying in London. I'm moving out of London. I felt it for years. Now it's coming down to the crunch. They also follow an announcement by Health Secretary Matt Hancock that said the NHS is vaccinating people against COVID-19 at a rate of 200 jabs each minute. So this is the key points. PRITI PATEL has announced new 800 fines for house parties. Northern Ireland lockdown extended. UK records as 1,290 new COVID deaths. Please. A further 24,962 people received first vaccine dose in Scotland. Over 500,000 waited for NHS treatments in Wales. 2/3 of over 80 in Northern England have had their first jab. North East and Yorkshire to have vaccines dose halved next week. NHS reports 789 more deaths. But that's not it. That's not the big thing. No. There's more to come. This is just the start of things. You have no idea what is coming next. And when I found out the information myself, I was absolutely devastated. Absolutely devastated. Because what is to come now? What is to come now for the UK is a serious type lockdown. What we're going to be looking at here, ladies and gentlemen, and this is no conspiracy theory, this is going to happen. Just like there was a first, a second, and third lockdown, and you were told about these lockdowns before they came, this one is unbelievable. The UK is going to be going into a Supermax style lockdown. And do you know what that means for UK people in the UK? Do you know what that means? Do you understand what this means in the UK, ladies and gentlemen? This means that only once a week, you will be allowed to leave your house. That is when they talk about stricter restrictions. That is coming to the UK very soon. The UK now is the hotbed for experiments. This is the place where it's all happening now. They call it Babylon, whatever you want to call it. That is what's coming to the UK. Supermax lockdown. Once a week, you'll be allowed to leave your house, and if you don't adhere to those rules, you will be arrested. You will be arrested. This is what's coming. So And as I also understand as well, all travel corridors as it's leaving the UK are going to be shut down. I heard that this is going to happen on Monday, that all travel corridors in and out the UK are going to be completely shut. That's from what I understand. But this Supermax, once a week leaving your house to get food, or once a week to go and shop. And then this thing about universal credit, it'll go deeper, because the universal credit thing, the aim of it is to completely destroy all jobs, and then what will end up happening is that the universal credit will be for everybody, so everybody will be on the same income. That's kind of like where they're going with this. That's where they're taking this. So you can ignore it at your own peril, or you can take the advice and the news, and you can start preparing for this. Once a week. And London will be the hotbed for this. London will be first. So if you're living in London, it's coming. So when they talk about even further tighter restrictions, don't worry about the PRITI PATEL and the £800 fine there. Be more concerned about this lockdown going in further, and they're considering summer. And the question is, why are they considering summer? And what did it help to achieve between now and summer? This is a time where I would suggest people get together online and keep talking to one another and encouraging one another at this time. That's my word of advice to you all now. Get together and be an encouragement to one another. You need this now. You need to be around people that are going to listen, and people are not going to be fearing. Like, I'm not trying to spread fear. My job here is to just let you know what's going on and be ahead of the game. Now, other pieces of information that you need to know as well. As you know, YouTube are very much censoring what people are saying. So 2 places to get your information now. Look, these two websites, and we are on them. These 2 platforms, which are now the alternatives to YouTube, are BitChute, BITCHUTE, BitChute. Let me put that up for you. Okay, so there you go. They're even stopping me. Put it up on the screen in the comment section. Can you believe that? BitChute, BITCHUTE. Okay, YouTube rejected your comment. This usually means that they think it's spam. Try changing it a bit. So it's BitChute. So they're trying to block me from saying that to you. So you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll put it in my banner section. They can't stop that. So let me just change it for you. I'll put a banner for you. So the 2 websites you need to be looking at: BitChute and it's spelled Odyssey. Yeah, it's Odyssey. It's not spelled the normal Odyssey, right? So if I put these 2. There you go. If I put that on my banner, let's see if that comes up on my banner. Does that show? There you go. Those are the 2 websites you need to be looking at in terms of you getting information and as to what's going on in your country, because the UK media are not going to give you the information straight up. So you need to search for your information. BitChute is where you need to be looking at. BitChute and Odyssey. These 2 platforms are where you can go and get your information, so you can know exactly what's going on in the UK without it being censored. All right. So I hope that helps. BitChute on Odyssey. When you're over there, give BWTM a shout and just give it a click as well. BitChute, Odyssey. Forget YouTube. This is the way forward. All right. So that's information for you all there to help you. Okay. So let's see what people are saying in the room. Lakvinda says, the whole point of universal credit is, in the first place, was to encourage people to get back into work and budget themselves as you would with a monthly wage. Take responsibility. Okay, says Lakvinda. That was the original point, but these things don't just start there. See, look, let's see what's going on here. What else I've got here? 0 excess deaths. So he's basically done with it. It says Cold Steel Truth says he's done with it. He's fed up with it. So just to repeat, good afternoon, Denise Wards. Enough. Good evening, Eve. Hope that you're well. So just to repeat to you all, Supermax is coming to the UK. Once a week, you'll be allowed to come out your house and food or food shopping. Or they're also, the other thing they're thinking of doing as well is banning families going to the supermarket. That's the next thing they're thinking of doing as well, because they're now starting to complain about families going shopping as a form of going out, right? So families take it as a day out, and the government are like, no, we're not having that either. So look to see the government put in place families being banned from going into supermarkets. This stuff is all coming. You hear this stuff talk, they'll go ahead and complain about it, but they'll say something, and you think, no, they're just thinking about it. It's not going to happen. Before you know it, it becomes law. So they will tell you what they're going to do before they do it. The rule of the way this game is played, they have to tell you what they're going to do before they do it. And they'll show you what they're going to do before you do it, and then they'll do it. This whole plan, this whole epidemic, this whole that's going on now, it was put in place beforehand, simulated on us, and now it's happening right in front of our own eyes. Do the research, it's out there. So Odyssey, yes, Odyssey, that's the one. Check out Odyssey and check out BitChute. Those are the two places to go to. And you'll notice at the moment in the American media are really slamming Odyssey on BitChute, and the reason why they're shooting down BitChute so much is because that it is the place where people have freedom to say exactly what they want. Good, bad, indifferent, people have got freedom of speech. YouTube does not want to give you freedom of speech, and it seems quite apparent that YouTube, the only other place I've got freedom of speech on, it seems to be is Twitch. But otherwise, I couldn't post this on Twitter at all. So there you go. There's your information. Anybody want to say anything about this before I disappear? I will keep you updated as much as I can on this information, but it's not good. It really isn't good. All we can do is prepare, you know, prepare. People from the outside are going to know about what's going on before we know inside what's going on. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how people abroad know what's going on in the UK before people in the UK know what's going on. It's a strange one. But anyway, take care of yourselves, your loved ones, and let me leave another banner up before I finish here. Let's see what banner I can give you guys to have a look at before we go. Yes, put this on for you now. Have a look at this. Very quickly, if you've got a Fire Stick and you're at home, download BWTM online. It's there, so check it out. Also, if you have also with you BWTM, you can get it on your phone as well, so you can check out the latest news there on the phone as well, and Android. See what we've got here. So it says here 377 dead from COVID, the rest with COVID. Check the ONS website. Okay, I will do. Thank you. ONS website, we'll check that as well. Thank you so much for the information. Much appreciated. Let's keep the dialogue going. I'm sure that this will we'll hear more about this. Flu no longer exists. That's it. It's COVID. Everything's COVID now. I know. It's not good. Let's just keep educating ourselves, not fear. Fill ourselves. Knowledge is power. We keep filling ourselves with knowledge, and then we can better prepare for what's ahead. Thank you all so much. Have as good a rest of the day, a rest of the week as possible, and I'll keep you updated with any further outbreaks. Take care. All the best. Don't forget to subscribe.